Hello, welcome to this presentation called Job Loss and Your Steps Forward. Job loss can be a very difficult time, stressful, but I think that with the right steps and the right willpower and confidence, it can be a time to really build your personal development and um, increase your career. With that said, there's a lot of big questions that you need to ask yourself, and it helps to write these down or in a digital or journal of some sort. And that is, should you stay in this career field, or should you choose a different career field? Like, maybe you've been in accounting your whole life, and maybe it's time to pursue a field in like gardening, something you've always wanted to do. Maybe this is the time for that, or maybe it's the time to go travel the world if you want to do that for a few years. It all depends on the money you've saved up, where you're at in your life, what do you want to do? Because this is it's such a life-changing event that there's a lot of different ways you can go. Like you can use freelancing apps like Fiverr, um, if you want to choose a different kind of career than the traditional workforce. And a good way to pursue these ideas is with OpenAI's ChatGPT. That's what I use for a lot of broad research questions. You can kind of delve deeper into research topics that way. Um, but this presentation is going to focus more on um, the traditional path of um, staying in the workforce, the traditional workforce that is. And so I decided to make it into a cycle of the assessing your finance, updating resume, networking, and job searching. It's a cycle, not a timeline, because it's something you're consistently doing during the job finding process. It's not like you do all these four things and then you boom found a job. It's a big thing, a big cycle. And so first with assessing finances, you need to make sure that you have a budget and you're not spending money unnecessarily, like on everyday Starbucks coffees. If you have the budget to do that, that's okay. But if not, you need to start cutting down on your unnecessary needs or wants. And then the first thing, you need to file for unemployment so that you can have a somewhat steady income while you're searching for another job. Because if you have skills, you don't want to enter a job because you need money. It's better to enter a job where you have more experience in, or a job that you really want to work for, a job that aligns with your morals better. Um, and then updating your resume. Um, a lot of jobs nowadays, they don't really want to see resumes as much as before. You can't get a job just by cold emailing people your resumes nowadays. Resumes are all digital online with apps like LinkedIn. LinkedIn primarily is a very good social media app to upload your resume, but Glassdoor, Indeed, they're all apps that you can upload your resume to, and you want to make sure that your resume is reflective of the career that you're trying to enter. So let's say you're trying to go into computer science, it doesn't help to have a bunch of volunteer work for like costuming in a costume shop unless you're trying to market your interpersonal skills or something. And then for those careers that you're trying to get into, you want to have evidence, or you want to show your strength. So using computer science as the example, you want to show what languages you know, what apps you're familiar with coding in, stuff like that. And then social networking, job fairs. You can find job fairs using apps like Meetup or different Facebook groups, or joining LinkedIn groups, even for, because not all job fairs nowadays are in person. A lot of them are Zoom calls or group chats, GroupMe, WhatsApp, and then also just texting people, instant messaging people that you haven't spoken to in a while and asking what's up, because a lot of times networking is the easiest way to get into a job, just knowing someone that can vouch for you. And then the actual job searching process. If you aren't able to network, it's good to reach out. If you're still working at the place and you've just found out that you're going to lose your job, it's good to use career counselors with your job, or government contractor, or um, government career counselors. But it's important to research them because some of them aren't the best. You want to make sure they have good reviews. Same with job placement agencies, also run by the government. Some of them just aren't very helpful, so it's good to look on Yellow Pages or Yelp just at their reputation. But then it's also great to use Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Indeed, these previous ones I mentioned that you can upload your resume to. um, because you can peer review the job you're trying to go into pretty well, and see if it's a company that you really want to work for. And then once you get an interview, it's the same thing. The interview isn't a one-sided thing. It's a you're both interviewing each other. You're trying to see if that interviewee or the company is a company that you actually want to work for, and they're trying to see if you're an employee that would help their company. Um, but in conclusion, if you're really passionate for something, you kind of just take steps to get to it. So it's important that you choose a career that you're really interested in, and wherever like whatever career you do end up choosing. I'm going to quote a ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius. He says, Wheresoever you go, go with your heart's desire." Because when you're going into a career and getting into a new job, it's just the most fun when you really put all of your effort into it.